Hey guys, it's Target here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to rotate in Fortnite Chapter 3. Everything is going to include how you should rotate, where to rotate, pick a landing spot, how to win endgame, and how to gain easy arena points. So without further ado, let's get straight on into the video. Okay, so to start things off, we need to pick a landing spot. So what you're seeing right now is the Fortnite map. And what you want to do is to figure out a drop spot. Now, I would personally like to land somewhere at John Wick's house. Sometimes I will land Greasy or this bridge right here where the mythics are. And I'll land side steps right behind the Daily Bugle, and sometimes I'll land this high lighthouse, and most of the time I'll land this area. So yeah, those are just a few good examples of where to land. If you want to find out your own landing spot, make sure you go to fortnite.gg or go link in the description. It will help you figure out where all the chest spots are and all the floor loot. So once you land at your drop spot, you need to figure out how you want to rotate. I do have a couple of options. One idea is probably the worst one is to walk on foot. Walking on foot is probably the slowest way to get across where you need to be, and I'm going to talk about that later. The second worst thing is the Spider-Man mythics. Yes, you heard me correctly. The Spider-Man with mythics are by far the second worst item to use in Arena. The only reason I'm saying this is because Fortnite recently nerfed the amount of web shoots you get to shoot out of your web. It used to be 80 I think, and now it went down to 10.
Which is a huge nerf, by the way.
And the second best thing is buy a car or vehicle. If you throw some tires down on it, and you will have a easier way to rotate. And for the best one, in my opinion, is the quad crashers. It's kind of like the cars, but you don't have a huge hood protecting you, so you will most likely get hit by easier. Next up, we're gonna talk about where to rotate. Now, once you land and you got all of your loot, you got all of your hard mats, aka brick and metal, you want to figure out what the dead side zone is. When you figure that out, you want to open your map and pretty much see where the circle is, like more like what side of the map is more on. So like, for example, if the circle is on like the left side of the map, then I would go to the left side of that circle, and I would recommend hiding in like a bush if you're really not that great, but if you really want a W key, then that's fine.
Oh, hell!
So yeah, I started dropping down to Greasy, and I'm trying to look for like a good house for me to land. And once I land, someone started shooting at me, so I had to drop down, break through the side, and start making my way in. I picked up a AK, and I heard a chest, so I went to go get it. So yeah, that's why I chose Greasy, even though it's not that good of a drop spot. Because if you're like a noob or an average player, it's probably not the best for you. So I just went around the house, grabbed some mats and ammo. Pretty much just went around my surroundings, and I pretty much just sat in there for the sake of the video to just scout around and find some people so I could take shots off. I destroyed that wall so no one could shoot me through the window. So yeah, I just stood there for a little bit, try to make sure I didn't get sniped. I couldn't really see much because of the fog. I didn't know there was a person in the house though that I just scoped in, so I opened the door and I got this other chest, and I went to go take some fights because I don't want this video to be too boring. So I was like, screw it. All right, I'll take some fights. I found a fight, and I found this other guy. He was pretty good, but I managed to take him out pretty easily with the MK. Another guy tried to third party, but I didn't let that stop me. So at this point, I pretty much was gathering this guy's loot, figuring out if there's anything else I want to grab before I go push that other guy. Thankfully, he had a launch pad, which you guys can see, which I can use for later. I started shooting him, and I decided to take Quad Crusher, but I really want to get those kills because I didn't want to make the video too boring. So I went up, and he spotted me, and he was waiting for me to edit the cone. I don't understand why he didn't start shooting it. I mean, I have three, almost have 4K arena points. Like, I haven't been grinding that much. So at this point, I just stood there for like a couple minutes, and at this point, I thought he was gone. That's why I just stood there, and then someone behind me started shooting. I was trying to buy those chili jugs, but I realized it's arena, you don't have that much gold. And at this point, I thought that other guy was dead at the top, but out of nowhere, he started shooting me, and he also tried to push me, and I had no idea where he was. I think he was inside the house scouting me because I think he thought I was inside. So at this point, I didn't really feel comfortable for that position, so I opened my map. I'm gonna pause it right here. So I opened my map to see where the dead side zone is, and from what it looks like the very bottom right here is gonna be dead side. So at that point, I marked it, and I did not want this guy to fight me. I didn't want to fight him, so I used my launch pad, which was probably not the best idea, but hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, and I only have one build, so it's kind of good that I kind of used that launch pad. So I came over here to regain all my materials. I'm gonna skip through this a little bit. So yeah, just keep on gaining materials and some other stuff. So yeah, I started rotating around the circle, and the zone moved at that point, but my marker was still on the dead side, which I think I can show you. Hang on. So yeah, as you can see, the zone was about to close in, and I was hiding in a bush because for the sake of this video, I didn't want to fight too many people. I have 4.02 K points at this time, and at this point the circle fully closes, and as you just saw, the dead side zone is literally right near Chunker Speedway, but I know some people might have landed here, so around here will be dead side. And there was also a supply crate over there. So when I got to here, I used the rift to have extra rotation, and I started heading my way to the blue marker. So I started heading my way there. I didn't want to take the supply drop because I was worried someone else would be there, but I said screw it, I should just get it anyway because I do need a launch pad for later on. So I got the launch pad, wanted to see if there's any loot I could take, and nothing really interesting caught my eye. So I took the loot and I started heading my way to the blue marker on foot, which like I said is probably the worst way for you to rotate because it's probably the slowest. Yeah, I started walking my way over. So at this point, I was swimming through the water around the circle, like I said, to keep dead side. and I once again hit a bush. So I stay inside the bush just so I can stay hidden, so I won't have to fight as many people. Like I said, when you're an average player, you don't really need to fight anybody. As you can see, I still have 1 kill this game. But if you're an absolute maniac, then you can just W key everyone if you want to. But if you're trying to play safe and gain arena points faster, well, not really faster, but more easily, then this would probably be for you. So around this point, I just kept on hiding in the bush. And around right here, the storm closes in, and that is when the circle start move towards the right here. So I had to move towards the south of that circle. I wanted to kill that girl so I get the blue and rock the double SMG because screw chapter 3. Anyways, I started heading my way over there, and I managed to find a car over here, which is probably which I said the second best rotation item. Well, not really item, but you get what I mean. So I started making my way over to that side, and I was scouting for me to hide in a bush for all the average players and noobs. So I hid in there and pretty much just stood here for like a couple minutes. There was 13 people left. I still have 1 kill. And when circle started closing in, there was a guy right here and killing our crew. Yeah, they all had a MK, not MK, heavy assault rifle, so I did bother picking it up. I was a little scared at first, and I thought the guy right here heard me. I started shooting as well, just so he thought that someone was on this direction, so he could focus more on him. And surprisingly, around this point in time, a guy did show up right here and starts fighting him. So once that happened, I had my chance to rotate without them seeing me. So I just started rotating on foot. Again, worst way to rotate in my opinion. There was a guy with Spider-Man mythics. So I was a little bit worried. I didn't have any Spider-Man mythics. All I have is a gray shotgun, 2 SMGs, and medmits and minis, and a good launchpad. So at that point, I started trying to find another bush, but instead of that, I started hiding in that porta potty right there. So I hid inside it until like top 5 or something. So around that point, there was a guy right here started taking some shots off. The SMG aim was not the greatest. The circle literally went to a half and half right up here. So I had to be extra careful right here. And a supply drop was literally right on me. So I decided to go get it for a extra launch pad. So yeah, I got the launch pad, but unfortunately I got sniped, which is unfortunate. I got a gold MK out of that. So yeah, I started healing up. I did unfortunately get sniped, like I said earlier, and I hid inside of the cone just to scout around to see where people are, and I also used the short pad. For you guys that don't know what a short pad is, I'll multi-increase the speed for you. Short pad is basically you just put a ramp above your head or edit a cone, and you instantly place the launch pad at the same time. So at that point, I was and someone was shooting from back. I didn't know where they were. Well, I thought they were, but apparently it was the guy above me, which I just realized from here. So at that point on, I started tunneling my way to the tree and start getting the more materials. And Zoma was literally right behind me, and Zone started pulling right behind me, which is a good sign. There was people flying over there. I managed to take some tags off, but unfortunately I got sniped from the guy above me, unfortunately. But yeah, again, this is the goal of this video was to not trying to get the win. The whole goal was to try to teach you guys how to rotate. If you did, make sure to leave it, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications. And I really hope this helps you guys. I'm out. Peace.